everyone, I'm Becky,
And I'm Sarah.
and we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about Wicked Serve by Grace Reilly, which I got off of Edelweiss.
Same.
So this is the fourth, and I think it's based on the ending, the final book in the Beyond the Play series. And this time it is about Izzy, the youngest sister, and Izzy is a sophomore at McKee College, where her brothers went. And over the summer, she had had is it a summer fling, a summer romance with the basically arch nemesis of her older brother, who was the hockey star Nikolai of a different team. And like their team are like the big rivals with her brother's hockey team. But at the end of the summer, he kind of like blew her off. And they're like, we'll never see each other again. It's okay. It's like Grease. It'll be okay. We'll never see each other again. But then there's because of serious events, he gets kicked out of his school, and his very wealthy grandfather buys his spot onto the school team where she goes to school and where her brother's the captain, and they run into each other, and there's romance and feelings and will they won't they-ness, and but there's the drama because her brother hates him and kind of goes from there. That's basically this, isn't that? That's
Yeah,
fair.
it is. This book didn't warm me up to the series. Like, I'm definitely not gonna revisit any of the other books. I think that the timing on this was really kind of strange. It felt very rushed. Like it was like it would be like one big event and then several weeks would pass and then another main event. Like it was just it. I don't know. The pacing was just off.
So I ended up listening to the whole series because I was redoing my flower beds. And as I was ripping things out, I was listening to the audiobooks. Not this one, because this one's not available on audio yet. So I think this one is better written than the first one. And I think that the sports are better in it than the other ones. But I might also think that because I don't know anything about hockey. Because the ones about football and baseball, I kind of had there were some like eyebrow raises, but this one I she could have said that penguins play, and I'd be like, oh, penguins play hockey. I mean, penguins. There is a hockey team called the Penguins, but like I'm thinking like the little animated penguins. Like,
Literal animals play hockey.
right, I don't know. It could be like bed knobs and broomsticks. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I liked the romance as much as I would normally like the romance.
I
Like,
didn't, and I think it's because I didn't like the characters. I didn't like Izzy. I like Nikolai, like I like Nick. Kind of like I was more interested in him than Izzy, but like Izzy just felt like Reese Witherspoon's character in Legally Blonde, like minus all of the redeeming qualities that you like actually like and are funny.
well, and I guess I mean she definitely came across as the youngest child of a very wealthy family who's used to getting her way. Um, I guess my
Oh
thing,
my gosh, that reminds me, like I was so disgusted with the koala like incident, not incident.
hi.
Like I was like, this is so disgustingly rich that I can't. Like I just can't even like it was redeemed a little bit when they explained that it was going to be like a yearly donation, but I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like no. Like this no.
You know, I would have wanted that. You know, I love
It
koalas.
was just like the whole premise was just disgusting.
Well, and that was
Oh
like they
my
keep
god.
talking about like how wealthy everybody is, but then like at the same time, like they don't necessarily always show their wealth, which I mean maybe that's the thing. I guess to me, like I had a hard time with the back and forth. Like we're in love, but we're not. But we're together forever, but we're not. I mean that kind of like that was part of the problem for me. I don't know. Like I mean it was fine. I don't know if I'll
It
like
was fine. And you're right. I think it was better. Like writing skill wise, it was definitely
yeah,
better.
like her writing is getting better. Just like
I
the
think, I
mechanic.
think I was just so turned off by Izzy that it was hard for me.
And I mean, she didn't really bother me, but the thing is, she didn't bother me, but wasn't like, I didn't connect with the character and love the character.
Yeah, no.
Which I feel like the whole point when you read a romance novel is you're supposed to kind of want to be the female lead or the male lead, depending on who you are and what you're reading. Um, and I didn't get there with that. I was just like, so yeah, it's fine. Like, and I finished it. It was quick. It didn't take me long, but I wasn't like I was like I have to read this.
Yeah, no. And like I don't know, I even like even the more I think about it and like reflect on it, like she was so young and then that epilogue was like, "Oh, girl."
Yeah.
Like
Well, I feel like the epilogue was just to tie everything together, but is it 5 years later? It's 7 years later.
it was a couple, I mean it was several years later, but still it was just kind of like
You could make it
he,
10 years later though, because they were
he
all
doesn't get a chance to live, it didn't feel like. I
they
don't
were
know.
all super young. So you could
I don't know.
instead
And I
of
don't want to get too far, like I don't want to bog down in it too much because I don't want to give away like any of the stuff, but like
well, and that's like, yeah, because there's some other authors that I've kind of stopped reading because I feel like the only happily ever after they could find was like a very specific path that they apparently feel is the happily ever after. And I'm like, but what about a different path?
yeah, I don't know. And like did it I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Should
It
we just
just
read it?
yeah, we might as well. Otherwise I'm gonna start giving away spoilers and we don't want to do that. So
So our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns, but then 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
um it's two unicorns and I think it's only a two unicorns because of Nikolai. Like he kind of redeemed it a little bit for me. Like everything else I wasn't really a fan of, but like I liked him.
So I'm like, it's a 3. It's not good. It's not bad. It's fine. Like I can see why people are reading it, and it wouldn't be my go-to not recommendation, but I can see it being popular and yeah. I don't know if I'll read more outside of this. Um, but yeah, so that is where we are on Wicked Serve, and we'll see you around.
Yeah.
Bye.